Joshua?
Yeah.
Are you the one editing this episode?
Yeah, I'll edit it.
All right, when I'm reading and
Erica?
I start over, I
Erica?
need you to fucking cut
Which
that.
episode was it? It was
All of them.
All of them. You never cut it out.
Here's the thing I've learned just from listening, that when you say cut that, they're
He
probably
never cuts
gonna
it.
cut
He never cuts it.
So
Saying
you
cut
listen
that
to
means don't cut it.
Hang
But
on. So you
when
listen
go,
to Plynord. The one you were just talking about. It was plywood paraphernalia, right?
Yes.
So I edited 20, 18, 16, 14, 12. Plywood paraphernalia is 13, which means your
You
husband,
motherfucker.
your fucking
How many
husband.
times do I talk to you about this? I don't listen to every episode.
That was after you brought it up. Yeah, this is after.
It doesn't matter.
How
I'm
about-
just saying.
Can I just make a
How can I do
suggestion?
the change?
Read better?
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go fuck yourself, Joshua, because every time you do it, it gets cut.
It's because I'm editing. I don't know what the fuck you want me to
Look at
say.
you. I quit
No,
the pod.
I leave it in if I stumble. I just don't. Like,
I fucking hate you.
hello and welcome to a very special spooky episode of the Judgies. My name is Josh,
I'm Rick.
And I'm Christian.
and we are the,
The
Judgies.
Judgies.
Special episode because one, this is our Halloween episode. Anyway, we're gonna get scary drunk and do a power hour. And we also have our first sponsored episode featuring friend of the pod, Jacob Guerrero.
Hi,
What's up,
Jake.
guys?
Sponsored.
Have you ever gone by Jacob?
Just my mom
All right.
And when you're in trouble with
and Josh.
when you're in trouble, Jacob.
I will do that quite a bit,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, my wife doesn't even say that.
Yikes. Okay. All right. So first sponsored pod, sponsored by JJ&L Carpentry.
That's right.
JJ&L Carpentry out of Mendota, Illinois. For all of your JJ&L Carpentry needs.
That's right.
What do you guys do?
So we are general contractors. We do a lot of roofs, windows, doors, additions, new builds, anything you want done new with your house, we do it. We're on Facebook and also Instagram. You can look us up, JJ&L Carpentry. DM us, call us.
Can you spell JJ&L for them?
Yeah, it's J as in J, and then another J as in the letter J, and then the and sign.
Oh, ampersand.
Yeah,
Fancy.
the Ampers band, whatever. And then an L.
Carpentry.
Carpentry LLC.
So it's J as in J, J as in J, ampersand as in the and sign, L as in lay.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Got it. All right.
Awesome. J is in Judgies.
That's correct.
All right.
Definitely not Josh or Jake.
Huh?
Huh?
So yeah, now that we're of course sponsored, normally there's an exchange of tender for like the exposure you're gonna get. So some would say, like, if I were to come out with a bigger number, you would want to come back with a smaller number, right? So if I said, like, how about 100, and you're like, maybe less. What if I just say 1? Thoughts?
$1.
One complete home renovation.
Oh,
It's only one. It's only one though, so it's a small
Well,
number.
there's 2 houses here, so like,
Okay, but you can split it. So like, I get 3/4, you guys get a quarter.
That is
I mean,
all we need at this point.
yeah, we're almost there.
I mean, I'm willing to donate a little labor.
The thing is, I'm not going to endorse a product I haven't tested out.
So
That's
once
fair
we
enough.
get a full home renovation, then we'll put this episode
How about
out.
I'll just build you guys 2 spec homes, and then that's the perfect model.
yeah,
And then we can
yeah.
sell them as Judgies official.
merch.
Absolutely. We can get billboards. Oh yeah, we got to get the ball rolling on that.
Sounds good.
But yeah, so JJ&L, best carpentry business in the area. If you need anything, call them. Facebook, Instagram, JJ&L Carpentry.
Actually voted by News Tribune's #1 carpentry company in the area.
There you go.
Oh.
And voted by the Judgies #1 carpentry business in the area.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's true.
That's 2 big endorsements.
This is very. I don't want to like boast or anything here, but I'm pretty sure we have a bigger following than the News Tribune. So
It'll be close. We definitely can write better news articles than the News Tribune. So yeah, let's get into the episode. We're going to do something a little bit different for our spooky, scary Halloween episode. We're going to be reading scary stories while getting scary drunk, doing a power hour. And folks, if you don't know what that means we're going to be taking one shot of alcohol / beer, all beer, and one every minute for an hour. You'll hear a ding. Drink water along with us. Drink responsibly.
Don't drink while you're driving. If you listen to this on your car ride to work every morning.
All right, so power hour. We're going to be starting right now. Whenever we hear a ding, I'll play the sound right here. Whenever you hear that ding, we're all going to take a shot. Not Jake. He's got to drive, so he's going to be a responsible man. So whenever we hear that ding, we're going to take a drink. You guys are welcome to take a drink along as well, as long as you're being safe. And let's party. So we're going to start off. Jake, we're going to start with a little bit of a creepypasta. Creepypasta is an internet story that's get passed around, sort of like an old urban legend. So here's a real creepypasta right here.
Dude, stop. I'm too scared.
Already spooked.
A couple with children were trying out a new babysitter.
I'm terrified.
About an hour after they left for a night on the town, they realized they had forgotten to give their cell phone number, so one of them called her. After she wrote down the number, the babysitter asked if she could watch satellite TV in their bedroom. She had just put the children to bed and wanted to watch a particular show. Well, of course she could watch TV in their room, they replied. The babysitter had one other request. Could she put a sheet or blanket over the clown statue that was in the bedroom? It kind of made her nervous. The parent responded, "Take the children and go to the neighbors. We'll call the police. We don't have a clown statue." The police caught the clown as he was running through the neighborhood. Now, perfectly fine, spooky story. The twist being, there was no clown statue. It was a real man dressed as a clown, awaiting to murder somebody, presumably.
Was this a really tiny man? That the person...
No, it was a life-size statue.
Oh, God.
Very big statue. Now, Jacob, we have a history with creepypastas.
We do.
There's one night, sophomore year of college, as we were roommates.
They were
Good year.
We were just thumbing through creepypastas on the internet, and we kept seeing this creepypasta pop up over and over and over again. And it got to a point to where we wouldn't even read it, because we would read the first line of a couple with children were trying to find a babysitter. And then, for some reason, I don't know why, we read one. Yep. And it was the same story. Couple trying to find a babysitter. They find one. She calls. The parents say, "Oh, we don't have... grab the kids and get out. We don't have a clown statue." The next one we read starts out, says all that. Well, of course she could watch TV in their room. But the babysitter had one other request. Could she put a sheet or blanket over the clown statue that was in the bedroom? It kind of made her nervous. Parents responded, "Take the clown statue and go to the neighbors. We don't have any kids." And we died laughing.
We laughed for a long time at that one.
Just, I love the premise of like somebody hiring a babysitter in the story when they don't have babies to sit.
I really need someone to watch this clown statue for me.
I read another.
I never thought about that.
And like we would just be sitting there for like in dead silence in our dorm room, and just one of us would go, "Grab the clown statue and get the fuck out of there. We don't have any kids."
We don't have any kids.
So yeah, that was just a quick little, not too spooky of a story, but nice little story that our guests can relate to.
Oh yeah, a lot of those creepypastas back then for like a whole month straight.
Yeah,
sophomore year, sitting in the dorm reading creepypastas.
What was the horse's leg one?
I have no. It was like the stupidest story ever, and it ended with like the lady was sleeping in bed and she thought it was her husband. And it was just a dead horse's leg laying next to her.
But there was no context for the leg.
No, it was like just completely random.
It was just there.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a mafia hitman.
No.
And normally that's like a horse's head. It was just a horse's leg appeared.
Yep. A lot of laughs on that one.
We'd just be like laying in bed and be like, "Oh shit. What? There's a
leg.
horse's leg in here."
Oh, fuck.
All right, now let's on to some real spooky stuff. Christian, you got some spooky stuff?
Of course. Of course I got spooky stories, Joshua.
Oh boy, 4 down.
The bell's going faster,
Yeah,
I swear.
you don't realize how a minute is not a long time.
No, it is
Well,
not.
I felt like he had really good pace on that first story. I was like, he got that in at 59 seconds.
I've been practicing all day.
And then we just kept talking. I was like, there's no way that was a minute. There's no way. All right. This story comes from No Sleep. Ooh.
No Sleep, very good subreddit for spooky stories.
The title of this story is, I had a disturbing conversation with my 7-year-old daughter. Dad, I saw a zombie. I was in the kitchen making tea when my little girl came running in. She ran through the back door so fast she almost tripped up the steps. I poured boiling water from the kettle into a mug, hardly looking up. Oh yeah? Yeah, I did. Its face was all pale and messed up. It was gross, Dad.
As a zombie looks.
Almost as gross as that last shot.
Straight vodka, by the way.
I put the kettle back down and picked up the milk. Gross. Sighed inwardly. I really had to be more careful about what I watched on TV in the evenings. Rosie had a habit of sneaking downstairs at night, and the last week she caught me watching The Walking Dead, of all things. She's had zombies on the brain ever since. I keep telling her that they're not real, but it doesn't seem to make a difference.
Ironic to have zombies on the brain.
Sweetheart, what did we say about zombies? I scooped up the tea bag out of the mug and dumped it into the bin. You know, if you keep talking about them, Daddy's gonna get in trouble with Mommy again. Tell me about it, brother. Yeah, but I saw one. I know, darling. But I already checked in the back garden twice yesterday, and I can promise you it's zombie-free zone. No, not in the back garden. I didn't see it in the back garden. Excuse me. I had the mug half raised to my lips, but now I put it down again. I turned to look at Rosie. Her hair is windswept and her little cheeks were red, as if she's been running.
You could say they were rosy.
Oh my god. Also, I think I figured it out.
Sweetheart, I put on my best stern, Dad's not happy voice. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with me. Have you been playing along the path out back again? I don't really need to ask the question because I already knew the answer. Rosie is allowed to play in the garden on her own, and sometimes, if she asks us for permission first, we let her ride her bike along the path at the back of our house. The one that runs past all the neighbors' back gardens. But that's all we allow her to do. This area is pretty safe.
What responsible adults?
But these days you can never be too careful. There's a burglary just a couple of roads over a few months back. And last year someone was mugged on the high street. These damn British people, I don't know what any of that means. Several years ago, a few towns over, a little boy even went missing. That is quite a long way away from here, of course. But it still made national news for a few days until the search fizzled out.
What the fuck does fizzled mean?
What does that mean? And it made a lot of parents more cautious. Rosie's getting older now, and she's an adventurous little girl. But still, you have to have boundaries. And on a few occasions lately, Rosie's been crossing those boundaries. Riding her bike further than she should. Not coming in straight away when we call her. And sneaking out the back gate when she's only meant to be playing in the garden. As I watch Rosie now, I notice her face growing redder.
Uh-oh.
She looks away from me, down at the kitchen floor, and scuffed her feet. Dad, I only went a little way down, she said. I promise. I was chatting with Mr. Henderson because I saw him in his back garden. I said hello and made him jump. I sighed. There it was. Mr. Henderson was Rosie's zombie. That old fuck. Yesterday was the postman, and the day before that it was a different neighbor. I took a sip of my tea and shook my head. Mr. Henderson was, in fairness, a better candidate than the others. The guy lives on his own and looks to be about 100 years old. Moles all over his face, skin like a deflated balloon. Whenever we chatted over the garden fence before, though, he'd always seemed nice enough. Just a bit lonely. I couldn't have Rosie going around calling him a zombie. I said, listen to me, sweetie. I know you didn't go far or anything, but I don't want you. I don't want you. I came right back after too, Dad, Rosie interrupted. She was staring at me now, blue eyes large and pleading. I promise. And I even said no when Mr. Henderson offered me ice cream, because I know you don't like me taking stuff from strangers.
That's a smart girl.
Yeah, good job, Rosie. This guy sounds like a dick.
We don't trust old men.
Can you pour me some, Ricky?
I guess. I thought Jake was the beer bitch.
It's too far. Can't
fair.
reach.
I opened my mouth to respond and then paused. He offered you ice cream? Yeah, but I said no. Mr. Henderson really wanted me to come in and have one, but I told him I had to get home. And then I came straight back here to tell you that I'd seen the zombie. And Rosie was babbling now, her voice whirring like a motor. But I'd stopped listening. My mind was still stuck on something she said a moment before.
The ice cream.
Mr. Henderson's lactose intolerant.
That's what I was gonna say.
He's got a nut allergy. Hang on.
Mr. Henderson really wanted me to come in and have one. I took a sip of tea and frowned. That wasn't good. I didn't mind the neighbors chatting with my little girl, but I didn't like the thought of them inviting her in. Not without us there. Not even if they were just kind, lonely old men. I made up my mind to go around and visit Henderson later, and to tell him that myself, kindly of course, but firmly. In the end, though, I didn't get a chance, because a few moments after I had the thought, Rosie said something else. Something that pushed everything else from my mind, and ended any idea I might have had about going over to Mr. Henderson's house. She said something that made me feel cold.
We don't have a clown statue.
Gonna go tell Mr. Henderson we don't have a daughter.
Daddy, please don't stop me playing in the garden. I promise I won't sneak out again. I don't want the zombie to get me. Rosie, I'm not going to stop you from playing in the garden, but you have to make me a couple of promises too. First, promise me you'll stop going around calling people zombies. Mr. Henderson may be old, but he's not one of the living dead. Rosie frowned at me. I didn't. What do you mean you didn't? You just ran in here a moment ago calling him one. No, I didn't. Mr. Henderson's not a zombie. I saw the zombie in his house, but it wasn't him. I frowned and had the mug raised to my lips to take another sip of tea, but now I put it down again. What do you mean, sweetheart? You saw someone else in the house?
This tea sounds fishy.
Mr. Henderson's obviously a murderer.
I'm invested in this tea. This is
Yeah.
Chekhov's tea.
I'm just
Yeah.
assuming it's a sex doll in Mr. Henderson's house.
Yeah, the zombie did. I could see it pressed against his little basement window while I was talking to him. Cold fingers ran up my spine. What do you mean? Yeah, it was really scary. Its face was all bashed up and bloody, and its mouth was open like it was screaming at me. But do you know what confused me most, Dad? I tried to keep my voice steady. What? Well, I didn't realize kids could be zombies too. I thought it was only grown-ups.
There it is.
But I guess I must have been wrong, because the one in Mr. Henderson's basement looked just like a little boy. Mr. Henderson was fucking the clown.
It was Mr. Henderson's clown statue. They caught the kids who snuck into the house, and now he keeps them in his dungeon.
Makes perfect sense.
Red. I hope the ice cream was worth it, though.
Yeah, like, if it was a drumstick, like, it might be kind of worth it.
Oh, yeah.
As a kid, you don't know the cost of a drumstick, so, like, it works out.
As an adult, I don't know the cost of a drumstick. Are they expensive?
As individual drumsticks.
Fair. Very fair.
I have no idea. The wife's mom gets the Schwan man to come to their house, and we just go there for our drumsticks.
Jacob,
Yes.
what's the Schwan man's last name?
Henderson?
Oh, my God. We cracked the case. Is he lactose intolerant?
No, he's always munching on root beer float bars, so I'm going to say no.
I think I'm pretty safe to say that no.
Is that code for something?
I almost have saved another story that also involved a Mr. Henderson.
Is Henderson just like a popular writing
know.
prompt name?
I don't know, but that prompt went long. The other one was like never ending.
Well, here's the crazy thing. All right, mini rant. Time? Do we have time for a mini rant? Jake, did
Got
you
about
watch?
30 seconds.
Have you have you watched Haunting of Bly Manor?
No, I have not.
Did
No?
you watch
You
Hill
watched Hill
House?
House?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Hill House is much better. Don't waste your time.
So
with
I've
Blind
never
Manor.
Are
seen-
these like Netflix or are they
Yeah,
like
Netflix. So I've never seen Hill House. I've always heard it's good. I don't like scary stuff. Me and Aurora just watched Haunting of Bly Manor.
Which
and-
arguably wasn't
and-
scary.
No, it was more of a love story, if you ask me.
Yes.
So no spoilers or anything, but we'll lump it in with Game of Thrones as well because it's the same critique that I have. You can
Terrible
go on
last season.
You can go onto Reddit and find these really, really good writers, very, very creative writing prompts, and they can make nice, compelling stories that keep you interested the whole fucking time. And even when Game of Thrones was going, and all these Redditors and everybody online had all these cool, like, oh, what if, like, this happens? What if this happens? And then these fucking Hollywood writers just shit the bed and make a not good story.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. You literally have a plethora of online resources to just go steal content from people and make a good show and reap millions. And they're like, nah, we're just going to kill off all the cool characters in Game of Thrones and not give them any cool reason to be killed off. Or we're not going to kill off anybody because fuck. Like,
Killing off people would have been better
yeah,
than
like
Game of
fuck,
Thrones.
like ending
Yeah.
cool storylines. Like, no. And then with Bly Manor, it's just like, oh, you know how we were sort of setting up something the entire time? Well, like, fuck that. This is a different thing. And also, all of the accents are bad.
Yeah. On par with your accent. I would have
Hang
to
on.
say.
Excuse you. I went to Juilliard.
No, you did not.
I'm sorry. Did I meant to say I went to the schoolyard, and I learned accents.
Boo.
Yeah, there's some genuinely really, really creepy stuff on No Sleep, and like you could take some of those prompts and make a good mini series, whatever. Instead, we get left with like Bly Manor.
Here's the
Especially after Hill House was so good. Like, Hill House was actually very scary. I was spooked the whole time. Bly Manor had, like... I
had
jumped
a-
once.
I had
Yeah,
a
like
jump
two
scare
jump scares,
in the
yeah.
second to last episode.
Yeah,
Oh, so these aren't just movies. These are like
It's a
It's a
full
series.
season.
Series, yeah.
Okay.
They only do like one season of it. It's like
Okay.
a mini series,
sort of like
A limited something. What do they call those?
limited run series. I don't know.
Yeah.
it's sort of like what's that other one? The spooky, scary one, American Horror Story,
Yeah,
where they
American
use
Horror
the same.
Story.
They use some of the
An
same actors every
anthology.
year.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a brand new storyline.
But they
every
use some of the
season.
same actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different characters, yeah.
Yeah, they use the mom from The Waterboy. And
Oh, yeah. That's, of course, her biggest role.
The
She's
wa-
known for nothing
Well,
else.
no, she's
Kathy
in.
Bates.
No, she's in that.
She's in everything.
Kathy Bates is a very famous actress.
What's
Very
the one where she hits the
Misery.
Misery.
Yeah, Misery. Yeah. I
That's
think that was
actually-
one of her breakout roles.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Never read the book though.
Also, a spoopy movie.
Oh, wow. Let's just keep this intermission going. Jacob, what are some of your favorite scary movies or series?
My favorite scary movie of all time, because I feel like the majority of scary movies have terrible plots.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
I really like The Woman in Black with Harry Potter.
The Lady in Black? Or is it The Woman in Black?
The Woman in Black.
Okay. With Daniel Radcliffe, of course.
Yes.
With Harry Potter.
No,
That's why I was
actually-
like trying to think, like, what movie blended with Harry Potter?
Actual
No,
Harry
Daniel
Potter.
Radcliffe. I couldn't remember his name.
So we talked about this because I told this story on the pod that I went to go see a movie on a date and it was that movie and I watched it through my fingers. And then we talked about this recently. You said that you were on that date with me.
I think I was.
Like that we went as a double
Jake
date.
was
it was
your
you
date?
and me. What do you?
I just remember only going with my
You kept calling it a date.
I remember, and I think it was that movie, because I remember going. You were with Rachel. This was back in, what was this, like junior year of high school?
yeah.
You were with Rachel, and I went with Callie, and I remember going to the Wendy's, and it being real weird, because I just thought, like, things were weird with you and Rachel. It was awkward being, like, I'd been in a relationship for, like, a year, and then, like, you guys were just in a relationship, so I was sitting there like trying to break the ice.
I mean, we're all teenagers. It was all going to be awkward.
Just
Well, yeah,
Josh's
obviously.
awkward ass.
I'm not awkward. Excuse you.
Wait.
Hang on. I'm actually very
Little
suave.
Teenage Josh on
I
a
was-
date.
I'm
was
a
very
suave
awkward.
man.
Come on.
I would honestly say Josh is way more smooth and has more game with the ladies than I do.
Well,
he has
one
any
of
right
you
to
is
be-
married,
Hang on.
so
Hang on.
Well,
He
I,
has no right to be able to talk to women like that.
Look at him.
Have you seen him? Look at that
He's a
mustache.
fucking piece of shit.
and the glasses.
Motherfucker can't see.
Have you
But
heard him
yeah,
trying to
I-
do an accent?
I don't remember if it was that movie. I feel like it was that movie.
I know we did go
And-
on a double date and go to Wendy's.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't that movie, but
Maybe it was.
I
You
feel
guys-
like I would have remembered you watching the whole movie with your hands over your eyes.
Maybe we sat in like different seats.
I was probably in the back row just making out with Kay.
Oh
you guys
my
want to
God.
hear a great story about a double date that involves a movie theater?
No, we're all right.
Scary too.
We just told you one.
So I went on a double date, actually with Andy and Haley. Andy, our DM.
Hey, I don't know if he wants his name on the pod.
You can bleep it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can edit more.
You could do a little bit more, Josh. Anyway,
Don't say Josh. We're going to have to bleep that too.
so we go on a double date. We get dinner, the four of us, and then we're going to get the movies. And Christian's the first in line.
Oh, I know this story.
And he says, "Ticket for one, please." We've been dating for like 2 years at this point. It's not like this is a new thing. He buys his own ticket and then goes in. And I, being me, assumed that he was going to go and buy my ticket for me.
As a chivalrous gentleman
Yeah,
would be.
I didn't bring any money with me, so
Looks like you're not watching a movie.
I had to have Haley buy my ticket, and it was super awkward. And then Christian was like, "Oh, do you want any snacks?" It's like, well, I didn't bring. No, you. What did I even say? I said something really petty.
See, I don't remember not buying you
You
the
did it.
ticket. I believe you because you told me.
We'll have to
and
ask Andy about this
Haley
because.
told me. I just can't imagine how this happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
Selfish prick.
Hey, but it worked out. I will say, like, honestly, Christian's way better at, like, talking, like, game with the ladies than, like, I am. So he's
That's-
way better
that's
than
so
Jake
true.
is.
That's crazy
I'm
how good
terrible.
I am at talking, just in general.
Is this some alter ego that I've never met?
No, I was
I
making a
landed
joke
you.
because Jake said that I was better than he was. So I was saying that Christian was better
Oh,
than
okay.
him.
Well, I am. I think the first time I ever talked to my wife, I talked about carpentry.
Hey,
She fell
it
in
worked.
love right
Hey,
there.
guys, JJ&L, one more time. It'll get you married. Yeah. You guys, fun fact.
These drinks are coming fast.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Who would have ever thought a minute was this quick?
Erica knows.
Ah!
You got me there, brother.
Fun fact. Only 2 weddings I've been to of people that I know and like sitting in this room. I guess 3 people.
Hey.
He only likes
Good to
2 of
know.
the 3.
Do you guys fight over who
Oh,
I don't
was
like?
it? Who is it?
It's Christian because I love him.
Mwah.
Jake, I don't know if you've met, but Josh is my husband's boyfriend.
As Josh said, big listener to the podcast, so I've heard
He
that
picked
said.
up on that one,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's get into another spooky, scary story.
You got another one for us?
I got. Do I got another one? What time are we at? Because man, can I not keep track?
Can I say we're 22 shots in? We're fine.
23.
We're 23 shots in. We're fucked.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's flying by, boys.
I wasn't gonna do it, but I find myself drinking every time it dings.
It's just, it's literally Pavlov. Like,
Yeah.
just like bell dings and the dog, that
Yep.
Babe,
This-
I need a ride.
this dog needs some fucking juice, baby.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's go to Let's Not Meet. This is my personal go-to spoopy.
Are they real stories or no?
There's
Because No
sp-
Sleep is all fabricated.
Yeah, No Sleep is like writers go there. Let's Not Meet is supposed to be real stories.
Okay. But it's Reddit, so they're
Sometimes,
probably
yeah,
like,
sometimes they're not.
It's the internet in general. You can't trust everything you hear on
But
the internet.
just like
kids.
with most stories or all stories on this podcast, we
But if I-
pretend like they're real, And it's way more fun if you just suspend disbelief. It's like going to a magic show.
Some of
Joshua,
them
you're
are
constantly
so
saying this
ridiculous.
is fake.
Right?
I mean, I was dying at the shit in the toilet or
Yeah.
in the bathtub one.
Yeah.
That can't be real,
That
right?
was a good one.
That was insane.
So sometimes it's more fun just to suspend disbelief. You don't want to go to a magic show and be like, it's magnets, dude.
Yeah. Well, because I laugh because sometimes you can tell it's obviously fake, and you guys just out here roasting these people for something that's didn't even really happen.
They deserve it for lying.
All right. Title of this story is Always Change Your Locks When You Buy a New House. It's probably good advice.
I didn't change my locks, but it's because all the previous owners are dead. And they're
Oof.
ghosts. I did
Oof.
think for a second, like
Maybe I
for a
should
very
change my
short
locks?
second. No, I'm not smart. That this was haunted. And I'm not a believer of the paranormal. But
Why?
They
the
almost
room
had
that
you
the room
believing.
that we're currently sitting in, okay? The office, the podcast stewed, as one might call it.
Well,
No one's
as
called
you
it
might
that?
call it.
I mean, one might, and I might, and I am one. This was where the house that I bought it from a family where they grew up in it, but both their parents were still living here, and then they died. So the old dude died, and then I think a few months later, the old lady died.
Of a broken heart.
Probably
No, got
cancer,
strangled by
actually.
a ghost.
The guy that owned our house died of a heart attack. We have the death certificate. They left it behind. It was
Forgot
super
in the
awkward.
house. Yeah.
That's insane. I thought this house might be haunted because one, it's an old house. It was built in the 1800s, and then also,
2, it's scary when the lights are off.
True.
I mean, not to brag, it is a pretty large house, and when
Yeah.
you're the only one in here,
It's not like very long, but it is a very girthy house.
it's a chode of a house. When you're in here alone, shit shifts and moves, and you're like, do I have to go get my knife to go fucking defend my stead? Because I ain't got a gun or nothing. What? You guys don't
Defend
like
my stead?
Yeah. What do you call your house?
I almost choked. I've never heard it called a stead before.
I keep a knife between my mattress and box spring.
Well, don't tell people that. We'll bleep it.
No, they can come in.
We keep a baseball bat next to our bed.
It's a 12-inch Bowie. It'll do some damage.
Oh my. David or
my.
otherwise?
Oh, it's a David.
Oh my.
Drop point David.
They're about to turn some Ziggies into Stardust. Jesus Christ. So
Boo!
We're going to add in the official boo to that one.
Boo. All of Erica's boos will be superimposed with ghost noises.
Thank you.
Yes,
Erica,
please.
we'll have to get a clean cut of you just booing as a ghost so we can superimpose.
Can do.
So, Judah, everyone, like, if you ever watch anything, it's like, oh, animals can, like, interact with ghosts easier than humans can. And when this room was just my computer desk, it didn't have any of the couch or this lamp or this cooler.
The pod equipment.
Yeah, the pod studio
Or the
equipment.
friends.
Or the friends. It was just my desk, my computer desk, and then nothing over here. And Judah would just walk into this room and stare at the goddamn corner. And just chill for like...
To be fair, Judy's a little weird.
Yeah, but like maybe it's because he sees ghosts all the time.
Or maybe it's because he's an old man and he sees things.
Just like the ghost is an old man. I don't know. So just for like literally a split second, but I'm not a believer in the paranormal, so it's just like whatever.
Why not?
So yeah, want to tell your story, Christian, or
Boo.
Nah, I'm good.
Is this the same dog that's licking the floor right now?
That's
Judah,
normal for dogs.
Judah is a tinseler. It's when dogs have anxiety. It's when they get taken off their parents' breast too quickly. They tinsel sometimes is what it's called, where they either chew their paw or they'll chew soft objects to like release anxiety. So fuck you for making fun of mental health in dogs, dude.
My bad.
Yo, honestly, my bad.
It's honestly scary how ignorant you just were, dude.
I mean, this is the perfect place because it's a spooky episode, so.
Also, I'm just judging your dog. I'm trying to fit in here and be a judgy.
Am I
That's
not
fair.
doing this right? What?
And we are the Judgies.
Are you not satisfied?
Were we supposed to do the thing?
Judgies.
Guys.
All right.
All right, let's
How
get
many
back
shots
to
are we in? Because it's catching up with me.
28.
28.
All right. Well, there's no way I'm going to finish this story in 2 minutes.
We might have to do 2 power hours.
We might.
I got too many stories, dude. We gotta go again.
Hey,
Special bonus hour of
I
the
brought
pod.
I brought enough drinks just in case.
You know what? Forget this story, boys.
Special bonus hour of the pod. It'll just be 60 more minutes of us doing a power hour, but it's just 25 seconds between any of us talking.
Can you imagine a podcast where people just sit around and get drunk and bullshit? I think I would enjoy that podcast.
High and Mighty. John Gabers on the Headgum Network.
Yeah.
Every single year they do a power hour with
What is
Taco
this
Bell
shot?
items.
I just need to call out Christian really quick because he's trying to cheat and do half a shot.
I ran out of a beer there.
John Gabers does
I thought I had a good idea, but I feel like maybe every podcast idea I will ever have, it's already been a thing.
I feel like we actually cornered a very good market because
A niche.
while
market.
Too bad we only get 30 listeners.
and we appreciate all of you.
Share it.
Well-
Share it. Share it.
Reddit stories are very common. Like there's Twitter accounts that just tweet Reddit stories from like Am I the Asshole relationship advice, and they have like 300,000 followers. So like we're not on that level, obviously. I like Googling.
Yeah.
We couldn't like, and there are podcasts that are just like reading Reddit stories, but
They get hundreds of thousands of listeners.
no, they don't get any. But I feel like we covered a niche market because none of them read like relationship advice or Am I the Asshole. Like those are the fun ones because people are making up stories that make them seem like dicks.
All right. I do want to read this story before we go into the 2-sentence horror stories.
Spoiler.
My bad.
Cut that.
Oh, fuck.
The
Thank
only
you.
edit of the pod.
Thank you.
Cut that, but then also add in silence so we get back to the right time signature.
If our it's just 12 seconds of silence. And then there's 5 seconds of summer. Continue.
All right. This is still a story from Let's Not Meet. This one's titled
Still a story.
Come Here, Baby.
Come here, baby.
No, Come Here, Baby.
Come here. Gotcha.
Fuck, I'm not ready.
A few years
Christian.
ago, I was living alone in a little house, which had a heavy back door that'd swell up after it rained, and would get really tough to open, and made a ton of noise. Late one night, I had passed out on my sofa in the living room, on the opposite side of the house, but I woke up to something, which I now assume was the back door being opened. Parentheses. I'm an idiot, by the way, and used to never lock the back door. You absolute fool.
Ooh, a little bit of foreshadowing.
Does it
Used
leave
to.
an address?
Net-
Are they wealthy?
Netflix was still blaring away on my laptop as I slowly squinted my eyes open and realized there's a black outline of someone standing still in the hallway, looking down at me. They were not very large or tall based on how much space they took up in the doorframe. This dude's just fucking alpha, and this dude, he was like 5'6", maybe 130.
Erica, you can slow down if you want.
Being completely disoriented in my waking state, my mind latched on to the first thought that came. My mind latched onto the first thought that came to my mind, which was that it must be my girlfriend. I was naked at the time and
As one
pulled back
does.
my blanket.
My man's naked in a door without his door locked.
Dude. Hey, man.
Door ain't locked and I am cocked, dude.
I pulled back my blanket with my legs sprawled and junk just hanging out and called to her in my best, deepest, sexiest voice. Come here, baby.
Oh
Ew.
Upon discovering on a naked 6' plus 200-pound man beckoning them to come with his genitalia.
6 foot
Oh my
plus
God.
200 pound man is not that
I mean, that's a
intimidating.
very
It's a big
average.
dude.
like
pretty average,
but like
dude.
200 pounds is kind of small for 6 foot plus. Jake, how tall are you? 5'11"?
6 foot.
5'11". Excuse you.
5'11" and 7'6" or 7'8".
The not my girlfriend person
Guys, I'm
immediately
dying.
turned on their heels, revealing a large backpack. Don't know why this detail's necessary, and booked it for the back door. By the time I
I'm sorry,
stumbled
he
up
booked
the
bagged
door,
it for the back door.
Shut the fuck up.
I like it.
by the
No,
time
we don't
I
like it.
Jake,
stumbled
we need you here gassing me up every single time.
Let me finish.
Come here, baby.
Come here, baby. By the time I stumbled up to the door, all I could hear was them taking off into the darkness at a full sprint. I can only guess, based on their height, probably had a small dick too, that they did not come here with the bold intention of being the little spoon. Hey, man.
So these are supposed to be real stories.
Is that it?
That would be insane if, like, I mean, he definitely just imagined it, but it would be insane if you woke up and there was just a figure standing in front of you.
If he imagined it, why did he have the book bag detail, huh?
You guys, I'm
Why do
dying.
You're dying?
I'm dying.
Do you need to slow down?
I should note that I'm drinking Trulies, which
Yes.
are a higher percentage.
We
of
should
alcohol.
also
Slow it down,
We should
Ricky.
also note that me and Christian tried to warn Erica that she should not drink Trulies.
We said take half shots.
I don't like beer. I'm
But,
a little
like-
baby.
but like we were like, oh, maybe water down your Trulies.
Ew, no.
we
Gross.
warned her that it's a full percentage of alcohol higher than what we're drinking.
Yeah, I'm fucking dying. All
we
right,
bought
you were
Busch
right.
Lights knowing that they are low alcohol, and they're the best light
And
beer.
just the greatest beer.
Fuck. And the minutes keep happening sooner and sooner.
Are you taking full shots still?
If you
No,
guys
I'm
plug
drinking half.
Busch Light
When did
enough,
you start
think you're
taking
gonna
halves,
sponsorship?
Erica?
Maybe. What's
Erica,
up?
is that your first half shot?
No.
How many times have you been doing half shots?
Why are you calling
No,
me
no.
out like
this is very important.
This is
Christian-
kind of important.
This is very important.
I think this is number 2 or 3.
Okay. Listen, Christian and I had a side bet. This is very important. That was
How
shot.
dare you?
We made a side bet saying, how long into the power hour will Erica stop taking full
We
shots?
knew you were going to be too bold and take full shots.
Because we're drinking fucking Trulies. It's not sustainable. It's like fracking. It's not sustainable for the future.
Hot take.
Not
That I
really.
agree with.
Oh, it is a hot take because climate change. But we set the over-under at 31.5. Okay?
Oh, that's a good number.
How many did I make?
That's a good number for the
You
over-under.
took half shots according to your estimates, your zestimates on Zillow.
I almost wanted to make you lie because he said 28, and I was like, keep going, babe. Keep going.
So according to your estimates, I took the under on 31.5. Christian took the over on 31.5. We had a
I
little
had
bit
faith in you, Eric.
We had a little bit of a discussion this morning on where we want to set the over-under. And the consequences are the loser has to post on r/roast me.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And I'm the only one who knows the results of this. Unless Jake can do math. You zestimated
Can't.
when we were on shot, or you zestimated at 2 or 3, so we'll take 3 shots. When we were at shot 35. We hit the over. I am
Hell
fucked.
Yes!
I am absolutely fucked. I now have to post a picture of myself on r/roast me.
You had to be like, this is a clothed picture.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's,
yeah, so-
it's mostly just
Okay.
you take a picture of your face, and then they just fucking
So I'm gonna-
light you up.
They're just gonna roast your
We'll
fucking
post-
4 eyes face. And
We'll post the picture to
Dirty
Nice
mustache.
mustache, you fucking pedophile.
We'll post the picture to Instagram as well. But I will take a picture of myself, or somebody will take a picture of me holding up a sign that says u/hotgirl99 because that's that's my Reddit username. Because you have to verify yourself.
You're gonna make a new one. Wow.
I'm not doing a throwaway. I'm not a little bitch.
I would have definitely done it that
I
way.
am.
And you can go into my post history, dude. It's all on r/Colts and r/Illinois. And r/Pokemon. Don't forget about that one.
that Colts defense, though.
Oh, yeah.
You sent those stories?
I do
I'm
want to,
gonna
at some
pull that,
point,
baby.
when I'm more drunk, just talk about
I
football
can't-
stuff so they don't know
think
what
I'm
the
gonna
fuck is
make
going
it, you guys. I'm already fucked.
I was so... Can
We're
we just
taking quarter
say
shots
I-
instead?
I should work for fucking Vegas because I set the over-under.
That's a great over-under.
And it was literally barely on the over.
It was. We started at 32.5. I'm pretty sure.
I think I set it at 32.5, and then through deliberation we went up to like 35 because it was originally like,
It was
when do you stop?
And you're pretty close.
Stop completely.
Done. And I was like, well, because if she starts taking halves, that means she's stopped. And Christian's like, well, I don't want to take 38 or 35. And I was like, I don't want to take any unders on anything under 30.
So yeah, we did. we did 38 at you completely stopping, and I was like, I don't know, her pride might carry her all the way
You're
through.
damn right.
Just doing like little baby shots. So that's when we decided anytime you pour
I'm gonna
less
switch
than
to
a full
sips.
shot. Yeah. This is why I suggested at the beginning, like, maybe we just take a drink out of the can instead of pouring a full shot.
And Erica,
That's
I
what
will
I said.
say, at minute 30, I was telling you, and you can hear it on the pod, you can slow down if you want. I was really trying to favor.
I noticed it.
Ah.
If you, Christian immediately was like, no,
So
don't
I-
stop.
I should not have been shaking my head no to her.
Yes.
Jake was also saying no.
I was like, no, you can't stop.
Well, this is why we kept it secret, because we didn't want it, like, I told Christian, like, you cannot tell her, because then you will, like, intentionally try to fuck me over, not Christian. But
That's correct.
you know what? I'll take, like, it's a...
Sounds like tampering on your end, Josh.
It does.
It's-
Agreed.
It's a,
Automatic
It's a
loser.
Pyrrhic victory, because though I lose, and I do have to post on r/roast me, one, I'm going to put that we host a podcast, so hopefully we get a few more listens.
Hell yeah.
And also, I set the over-under at a very good over-under.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty proud of
Oh
myself.
God.
So, Vegas, if you're listening,
Yeah, president of Las Vegas. I don't know if you, like, need a person to do things, but here I am.
Setting the over-under on all prop bets.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We also have a prop bet on Jake, but he just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, shit.
I really hope I don't have to post my dick pic. Come on, Jake, make it through it.
It was on r/rate my dick, so
Is that a thing?
absolutely.
It's gotta be.
It is.
I've talked about
don't
this.
even have to look it
no.
up. That's a thing.
There, I don't even have to look it up. Christian's like, I post there every day, dude.
How many women do you think are on that subreddit?
None.
Not a lot.
Very few. There are definitely going to be some.
Oh, sure.
I feel like you'd be surprised.
Well, we have a
amount of-
friend. A lot of OnlyFans accounts, like smaller ones, do dick rates.
Just like, yeah, like the sub-dom shit where it's like, nice tiny dick, dude. And they're like, oh, fuck, it is tiny, isn't
Well,
it?
and I'm sure there's people with massive hoggers who are just fucking pieces of shit who are just
got
like, I
tree
need to
more,
have
you're
some
almost
random
there.
person rate my dick for $6.
I mean,
Jake,
you
rate
can
your
make some
dick.
money off of it.
Jake, rate your dick.
What's the scale?
1 to 10 inches.
All right, we're gonna go on to 2-sentence.
We need
horror
a new
stories.
scale is the problem.
All right, I'm gonna do some 2-sentence horror stories tonight that won't let you sleep.
So 2-sentence horror stories, just as they say in the title,
Mm-hmm.
they're just horror stories that the title is the first sentence, and then when you click on the Reddit post, it's the rest of the story.
The title of this post from
You
Creepypasta
don't
is
have to read the title every
42-sentence horror stories that won't let you sleep tonight, which is literally what I said.
my
but
God.
okay.
Hang on. So we all know the saddest story ever told, right? It's baby shoes for sale, never worn. Correct.
Ooh.
That's the saddest story.
Very sad.
Saddest short
I don't
story
know.
ever
There's
told.
God damn it, Joshua. There's some pretty sad ones. I'm not that drunk.
So
Wait,
can I
swear.
say I'm not that drunk?
I'm not.
Can
Are
I
we
just
gonna
say-
get into haiku horror stories?
Fuck, if I would have known Jake, I would have prepared. I would have prepared better.
Killer standing there. I do not know where he is. Does he have a knife?
How did you just
Wait, first of all, hold on.
Hold on,
You
that
s-
didn't get a boo.
That was
Oh,
very
well,
good.
I'm
Excuse
getting
you.
there. I'm getting
Excuse
there.
you.
First of all, boo. Second
You
of
got
all,
a high boo.
listen to me. Second of all, if you say he's standing there, how do you not know where he is?
That's why I wanted the boo.
There you go. I gave it to you. All right. 42-second horror stories.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, boy. She's making it through.
Hey,
I will
I
just
can
say,
read. All
this
right.
podcast is going about as well as we were expecting.
I begin tucking him into bed as he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
That's
That
a
was
very
run-on
There's a
sentence.
very
Yes.
Lots
is
of commas.
that is a very common story. Very bad sentence structure.
Terrible.
very long sentences.
one sentence horror stories
One
with
paragraph horror
some
story.
colons and semicolons used incorrectly.
Yes. The doctors told the amputee he might experience a phantom limb from time to time.
Ooh.
Nobody prepared him for the moments, though, when he felt cold fingers brush across his phantom hand.
Cold
His
fingers
phantom hand
on his
ah.
phantom hand.
Cold fingers on his Daddy Phantom.
He was just
That's a great
13
show.
when his parents built his very first.
Strange machine.
He got his dick touched by a ghost.
Hold on. Did anybody else think that his little girlfriend was back in the day like
Slamming?
she's pretty
Sam?
hot, right?
Oh, yeah. She was salmon.
Oh.
I also thought she was hot. All right.
Who doesn't? Okay, let's talk about
Joshua, I've got 40.
No,
I've got
let's talk
38.
about cartoon girlfriends.
let's talk
real
about
quick.
how hot cartoon people are.
Dexter's
Lola
mom?
Bunny
Hey,
had
Jake.
no fucking reason to be.
I had
that
no
hot.
reason.
40 minus 2.
That's 38.
38. I've got 38 more sentences to read, Joshua.
We don't even have that many minutes left. You better start reading quick.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
one every two every minute.
I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead.
I don't like that one. That was actually pretty good.
Too real.
Don't be
You-
scared of the monsters. Just look for them. Look to your left, to your right, under your bed, behind your dresser, in your closet, but never look up. She hates being seen.
I don't like these. They're too spooky.
I don't want to look up. Is there anything out there?
No,
Oh
there's
my
not.
God.
You're good.
Fuck, it's a horse's leg.
There's a horse's leg up there. I'm doing
I
fine,
want to
and
freak
that
you out, dude, but there's a fucking horse's leg up there, man.
I'm doing fine, but that leg above you is equine, dude. I swear.
Boo!
No, that was a really
Yes.
good one.
I love that.
I woke up to hear knocking on glass.
Hang on, can I just?
No,
interrupt?
I'm halfway through. I got one sentence down.
Oh, we got one
I'm at the
sentence.
point of the power hour to where I don't know if I should take the shot or not. I don't know if I poured it for me to drink or if it's to not drink. Continue.
I'll just say don't drink it.
Or you could be safe and take it.
You know what? Yeah, be safe.
I woke up to hear knocking
wanna
on
be cool?
glass. Shut up. At first, I thought it was the window until I heard it come from the mirror again.
I have that fear a lot of times. Like,
I have that fear a lot. Yeah.
yeah, this is gonna happen after I go take my piss after this power hour, and I'm drunk, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm like, am I looking into another world?
Am I looking into another world?
You guys don't ever get so fucked
To
up
be-
that you're just like,
To be fair,
is this
Blind
like a
Manor-
parallel universe where I just happen to walk in at the same time?
To be fair,
the
Blind
mirror is the
Manor.
fourth wall.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
And we're breaking the fourth wall. 7 years of bad luck, dude. Speaking of 7 years of bad luck, why the fuck did he retire early?
Who?
Andy?
Andy.
I don't
Who?
know, man.
Andrew
Andy.
Luck?
Oh God, we don't care about football.
Real,
in this
no, real
pod.
quick story.
Joshua.
No, real quick story.
Wait, Jake, how
The
much
quarterback-
is 40 minus 6?
34.
I got 34 more sentences.
That was my football number sophomore year.
Stories.
So, football.
Sorry.
Real quick.
Smooth
Real quick.
transition.
So,
Let the man talk.
Take your shot and get your story over with.
we have a friend named Louise, friend of the pod. It was on episode 7, roommates. Also roommates, me and Jake.
Yeah, 3 years.
So, quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts for many years, Andrew Luck, goes by Andrew Luck. That's his name. In the off season, in
He
the
goes
summer,
by Andy Luck.
no.
Okay.
But Luis texts me and says, "Shit, dude, I'm gonna be at a party where Andrew Luck is." Now, that can mean two things. He made a typo on Luck and typed Lock, in which case he's at a party where Andrew Luck is, and Andrew Luck does not party. The motherfucker hosts a book club, okay? He's
Doesn't
a nerd.
mean he can't party.
He's a nerd. No.
You're a nerd. You party.
He literally
Here we are.
owns, he
Take a
literally
shot.
owns a flip phone. He is a nerd. He went
Take
to
a
Stanford, got a
Stanford
4.0.
grad, engineering degree,
Joshua.
I believe.
Architecture.
Architecture.
Take a shot. Thank you.
So I text him like, "Fuck," but hang on. The Denver Broncos, where Luis lives, Denver, just drafted a quarterback that year, Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. Yes.
And I text him, "Wait, do you mean Drew Lock?" And he's like, "Oh fuck, yeah."
That sounded just like
I've been
Louise.
calling him Andrew all night.
I'm like, who fucking calls Drew Lock Andrew Lock?
I honestly thought we were the only two people on this planet that referred to Andrew Luck as Andy.
Yeah, very common because our coach in high school referred
Phil.
to Philip Rivers is Phil Rivers, who is now, hang on,
We know that.
Ooh,
quarterback
we
of the
come Full
Colts.
circle.
Quarterback
Here
of the
we
Colts,
go.
Philip
All right,
Rivers.
are we done with fucking football? Can I read my...
For now.
Hang on, half PPR. Jake, thoughts?
I'd rather have a full point.
They celebrated the first successful cryogenic freezing. He had no way of letting them know that he was still conscious.
If Andrew Luck got cryogenically frozen and
Shut
could be the Colts
up!
quarterback in 2035, I would be down.
We're going
Wait,
to
Andrew
ban
Luck
football
or
on this podcast, just like
Drew Lock.
Andrew
we
Luck. Did I say Andrew Luck?
Yeah.
No.
just like we did Hamilton. Hamilton is banned. Football is banned.
In the eye of a hurricane,
I shouldn't have even
there
mentioned
is
it.
quiet.
She wondered why she was casting two shadows. Shut up. She wondered why she was casting two shadows. After all, there was only a single light bulb. That one
Okay.
sucked.
I'm going to be honest.
Erica
I
has
didn't
an
listen to that
explanation
one.
on that one.
Erica?
I don't have one.
Because ghosts don't have shadows.
There you
It could
go.
have been just a person standing behind them.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
We do need to take some
Okay.
seconds after each story to deliberate.
No.
We do
Please.
not need to read all 40 stories.
We need to judge each
I
story.
need to read all
separately.
40 stories.
We only have time for 10.
What? What?
What's the deal with airplane food?
What's the
Okay.
deal with overalls?
Overall.
They don't go over all. They only go over most. They
What's the
should be
deal?
called over most.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Why are they called
Are you
over?
Shaggy?
You don't grill cheese.
Should be
You
called
grill the
pan.
bread. It should be called grilled bread. Pan is French for bread. It should be called
Spanish.
grilled
We're talking about
pan.
Spanish, not
no,
French.
No, he says it's also French for bread.
Oh,
What
well,
is this from?
Well, I
It's-
learned something today. Pete Holmes.
Yeah, Pete Holmes.
Ah, yes.
That's the old Seinfeld. Jesus.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
That's all
bit.
right.
Jake, you're drunk.
It sat on my shelf with thoughtless porcelain eyes and the prettiest pink doll dress I could find. Shut your mouth.
Like a clown.
Shut your mouth. Why did she have to be born still?
Oh, fuck.
There you go.
Ugh.
Come on.
Can I tell my story?
No, you've
I
told
thought-
so many stories.
I thought you were talking about a precious moment doll at
Never
first.
more. You know, like the Idol song. Did you know that was an Idol song when
No,
you
I
talked
didn't
about the
hear it.
two-sentence horror
I didn't
story?
hear it.
Baby shoes never worn, or for sale never worn?
No.
It's a lyric in an Idol song.
The grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor.
Hold on. We need to slow down for 1 second. Do you remember in college when we lived on the 13th floor? Do you remember looking out the window and
The
getting
13th floor.
The unluckiest.
No, we lived on the 8th floor.
Was it the 8th?
It was the
Who
8th
lived
floor.
on the 13th?
I don't know.
We went up there.
It was only a 10-floor building, I think.
It was,
It was a 17th floor building.
the 17th floor building.
It was a 31
Tallest
story.
apartment building
It was a-
of all the
Neely
universities.
Hall,
in
SIU,
Illinois.
It was a
Shouts
28.
out.
It was a 28-story building, but every fourth year there was 31 stories.
Sure.
Or 29 stories.
Boo.
Our Australian listener, you know who you are. He lived on the 13th floor.
Our oceanic listener.
Oh shit! But did you ever go up to his room? You would look out his window and you would like get vertigo because you could like feel the building swaying that
Ugh.
high up. It was so weird.
I will say, my senior year, I lived on the 5th floor, which is the top floor in our dorm, and I would look out my window and be like, "There's shit out there." All right. Because Naperville has a very strict building code.
All right.
Where you can't build over 5 stories. Or you can't build 5 stories. Or 6 stories. You can't build 6 stories.
Joshua,
I don't remember.
I got
I don't know how you know
60
that.
more stories I gotta read.
But our building was 6 stories, but the way they did it is they built the
Let us
first
go.
story into the ground.
Oh.
So they got over it. Or they got around it.
Because
Because if you go to Naperville, it feels like sort of small town-esque.
I just went.
and they
That's why
do
I
that
really like
by
Naperville.
keeping everything short.
I just went downtown Naperville, not like for the first time, not that long ago, and it's really cute.
Downtown Naperville fucking slaps.
It's really nice. I
It's
went to
almost
Cold
like-
Stone Creamery. It was so nice.
Oh, that Cold Stone? A lot of memories in that Cold Stone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
I parked.
Like it. Love it. Gotta have
Strawberry
it.
blonde Cold Stone. So good.
It makes me creamer.
There was a picture. That was boo, Joshua.
This episode is fucked.
There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone.
Oh, if I were sober, these stories would literally make me not sleep tonight.
Really? 'Cause
Really?
That wasn't bad.
Little baby Josh.
The worst one was the baby one. That was sad. None of these are really scary.
Some of these are kind of sad. I have a one sentence one for
Get
you.
to the Jar
It's
Jar
one
Binks.
baby
sentence.
one.
Let me do one sentence.
One sentence horror story?
I just saw my reflection blink. That's it. That's the whole story.
I don't
Dude.
like that.
I'm going back to looking in the mirror. I feel that way when I'm too fucked up.
You want me to go
I'm just
down
like,
to Jar
he-
Jar Binks?
He blinked. It's just really
Way to
funny.
assume your reflection's gender.
My bad, dude.
This pod's going down real fast.
I sure hope we're like 9 minutes out.
Nope.
6.
Oh, that's a pretty good guess.
Oh God, I lost my spot, Christian.
I just need you to
Christian.
read it. It's so bad.
Oh, it's so bad. I don't
That's
get
why
it.
you need to read it.
Okay.
You only got 5 minutes. You gotta hurry up.
Misa called Jar Jar Binks. Misa, your humble servant.
Is that in 2 sentences?
Yep, that's it. I don't get it.
Can I just say,
I don't get
the
it.
hate on Jar Jar is unprecedented. He is a fine character. The prequels are way too hated. The sequels are way worse. Past episode 9. Episode 9 or 8 is good. No, 7? Episode 7 is good. 8 and 9, get the fuck. Episode
Well, you know-
9
you
is
know
so
what?
bad.
Episode 21 of the
It's
Judgies?
bad.
Probably good.
Episode 9, Christian and I
Hey.
saw episode 9 together, and I literally
Doesn't
left
The
that.
Mandalorian come out tomorrow, the first episode? Did
Does
you
it?
watch that?
No, I haven't.
It fucking slaps, baby.
I'm not a super big Star Wars fan, but I have seen the
fucking
I have seen the
idiot.
premiere of like the last 6.
Shut the fuck up. I go to every one, but I'm like, not a fan.
I'm really not that big
Shut
of a
the
fan.
fuck up.
But
I
Boys.
read the story.
I am a fan of pop culture, and I do like to be on top of pop culture.
Working the night shift alone tonight. There's a face in the cellar staring up at the security camera.
When I worked at Sip and Snack,
You're
this
full of
happened to
stories
me.
tonight.
I'm trying to fucking deliberate on these stories, my man.
Let him breathe, Ricky. Let him breathe.
So when I worked at Sip and Snack, we had a walk-in freezer for all the chicken, right?
Most
All
restaurants do, yes.
deep fried chicken, right? So we had to go outside and then walk into this walk-in freezer.
Mhm.
I was always afraid there's gonna be some motherfucker standing in there trying to steal some pickles.
In the middle of the country.
Because, well, people love their Sip and Snack pickles.
That's true.
And I'm like,
That's true.
I got 5-gallon buckets of these pickles.
They
They're
come in
very
5-gallon
good.
buckets?
Yeah. They literally 5-gallon buckets, pickles in them.
2 boats of pickles every time I go there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's,
Mhm.
well, they
You
changed.
know I ain't
I will
playing
say,
2 boats.
Do you use the pickles to pick up the Krispies?
At Rips, but they're pickle spears at Sip.
Nuh-uh.
Interesting.
Sips doesn't have...
They have chips.
Pickle chips.
They
Oh.
got chips at
Yeah.
Rips.
They've always
Right.
been
But
spears.
here's the thing.
At Sip,
They got chips at Sip.
Sips,
They
they
got
don't give
chips
you
at Sips.
I always get
Krispies, though.
spears at Sip.
At Sips, you have to ask for Crips.
Yeah, at-
You
No,
have to
at
have your
Rips.
own... You have to have your own container.
This is such, like,
Since when?
our oceanic listener is going to be so upset. He's not going to know any of these references.
Jacob, if you're listening, come
Jacob?
visit.
Fuck
I am
off.
right here.
Yes.
Are you going to listen to this episode, Jake?
Jacob!
Because I want to hear how weird I sound on.
You're
the
gonna
mic.
hate it. You gotta be like 4 episodes in.
You-
You're like,
you
know what?
get
maybe
used
my
to
voice
it.
isn't bad.
Guys, we only
Jacob,
got...
if you're listening, come visit and we'll get you sipping
You got 1 minute left. You
Jacob,
gotta hurry
we need
up.
to
We
meet.
got 1 minute?
No, we got 2.
You would like Jake. He's a good kid. We like Jacob.
If he likes my pod, I like
and we like Georgie too, his wife. Oh, she's great.
Georgie. Great
oh
name.
no, I lost my spot.
Oh, no.
There was
Hang
40 of them. Just keep
Erica.
going.
J312, internet's still not working.
That's terrifying. That's the scariest one we've read.
Wow, one sentence horror story.
It's sad that is actually kind of scary. You can't go almost a year. It'd be terrible to go
I
almost
can go
a year
2
without
days.
internet.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How am I supposed to jerk off?
Right. I mean,
Memories.
Pornhub won't load. Fuck.
Memories are memories are memories. I ain't got either.
My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in our house.
My wife.
You're gonna regret that.
That's topical.
She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago.
My ghost wife.
I need.
Erica, pick one more, and that's all we got.
One? Oh no!
It better be a good one. No pressure.
Did we shotgun a beer at the end of this?
No,
I
No.
almost.
No, I can't. I quit like 10
Snorkels?
shots ago.
Do we have the ingredients for a snorkel?
The pants the pair
Negative.
the pair of pants I put on had a pocket knife, and I was like, "Do I bring these to do a shotgun at the end?"
I got a knife on me right now.
Of course you do. You're Jake Guerrero. Name one moment you didn't have a pocket knife. I guarantee you, in your tux for your fucking wedding, you
did.
had a knife.
I bought a brand new Kershaw,
just in case.
Clayton or otherwise.
just otherwise Kershaw, with white handle, a scaled white handle. It was in my tux when I got married.
Very nice.
It was very nice.
Just in case someone attacks you while you're walking down the aisle.
Well, you never know when you need a knife.
You never know
Honestly.
when you don't.
It cost me $120. It was expensive, fancy
Hum.
one. Oh, it was nice.
Boys,
We're done.
boys, we got one more.
It was a wedding knife.
We got one more.
Everyone says the most wonderful knife of their life is their wedding knife.
Shut the
Absolutely.
fuck up. Joshua, I can't sleep, she whispered.
still
Christian,
going.
shut up. I can't sleep, she whispered, crawling into bed with me. I woke up cold, clutching the dress she was buried in. All right, that's it. I'm done.
Hold on. Wait a minute. She got buried. So this man unburied her and
get the
got
dress?
the dress.
We don't know. There's only
It's
two
the lead
sentences.
singer of Avenged Sevenfold. All right. It was A Little Piece of Heaven, the
A
song.
great song.
7 minutes, probably 3 minutes too long.
Remember when we had?
I will
the,
always say a song should never be longer than 4
we had
minutes.
the argument about what
Yeah.
spraying her with the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it's not cum. Jake said it was cum, and I lost that bet.
Yeah.
Just like I lost the bet tonight that Erica would bitch out before shot 32. And you know what, Erica? You made it to 32.
I made it to 35.
No,
Please
no.
check your records.
No,
He
you
said
started
you'd
taking
lose-
half shots at 33.
No,
So-
it was you did 31 and a half. She went to 32.
Right, so I took the under on. I made it. I
You
made
said
it.
31.
But I
said
thought I-
32.
Fellas, last drink.
This is the last one.
We're gonna.
Are we chugging?
We
I got like half a drink
I'm
left.
not. You haven't been drinking for the last 20 minutes.
So I need to chug.
Do you have a leftover beer?
I've been pouring weak, dude. I've been cheating the system the whole time.
All right, we're gonna have to keep going until I
Well,
finish this last beer.
Looking at the table right now, that's a lot of beer in 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I'm
So-
dying.
That's a good amount of beer.
For those of you who don't know, who've never done
doing
a
a
power
self-assessment. I'm pretty drunk, so
hour, for those who have never done a power hour, if you're talking about a shot every minute for an hour, a shot is 1.5 ounces for an hour. It's about 7.5 beers because a beer is about 12 ounces.
Fucking nerd.
So it's about 7.5 beers in an hour, which you might think, oh yeah, in a night I'll drink 7.5 beers, but over an hour,
It's a lot.
it's a
it's a
lot.
lot of fluid.
Truly?
That's really the
Truly, it's a lot.
Boo.
real stopper, in my opinion, is just the utter volume.
It's the volume.
Honestly, the more time that passes, the quicker these minutes go. They're like
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. You
which
don't
which
get
is
a
why
break.
look, we're smart. We have big brain,
I have to pee so bad.
high IQ. We started with longer form stuff. We ended with shorter form stuff.
Because we
But-
smart.
Speaking of ending, guys, I hope this was listenable.
Oh God, sorry.
I'm going to listen to it.
Happy 21st episode birthday to the pod.
21 eps.
That's why we drank a lot.
We're
Sorry.
nearly half a year old, which is wild to think about.
Huh?
Nearly half a year. Only
50, what's half of 50? Jake, what's half of 52?
I don't think that's how it works.
6.5.
52 weeks in a year. Half?
Oh, you do? Yeah,
26.5.
one a week. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Listeners, it's 26.5.
My bad.
The silver one's like, I don't know.
That's
about
not how that works, dude.
Well, I was thinking there's not one every week, so it wouldn't be 52 divided by 2.
But there is one every
But
week.
there is one every Monday.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
I listened to it
For
when I
your
make pancakes
pleasure.
Monday morning. We just talked about that.
The Monday morning
An hour
pancakes.
ago.
This hour went by really quick, you guys.
All right, guys. Well,
I'm fucked.
if you enjoyed the pod, please share it with your friends. I'm just going to do all of it because I don't know if we can trust passing off.
First of all, I'm fine. You
Oh,
can
you-
pass it.
oh,
to
you
me.
don't-
Erica, you
oh,
are
you don't
fine,
know-
but you
think
cannot
I know how
I
talk.
to
want to
spell?
see if she
Thank
can
you.
spell Judgies.
JUDGIES pod on Instagram and on Twitter. You're welcome.
And our Gmail, judgiespod@gmail.com. If you want to share the show with a friend, please do that. We're always looking to expand our viewership. If you want to leave a review, you can always do that on Apple iTunes or Google Podcasts. You can also leave a review. Check out our YouTube. It's also Judgies Pod, the Judgies Pod. And have a good day. You know what?
We love you.
Tomorrow's
Mwah.
Halloween when this releases.
You stole it from me, Ricky.
Were you going to
Please-
do it too? Great
please
minds think alike.
Please be safe. Protect yourselves from
Wear a mask.
the COVID. Wear a mask.
Or wear a mask.
Ooh.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Goodbye. I have to be so bad. Goodbye. Have a good day. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.